bushes unless you go right on them is, okay, the only flint I'm finding is right here, which is not best conceived. There's some there. And see, we're here. It's not the end of the world, but it's not, okay, I had them do some, digging over here and down here, and it was gravel, and we didn't get any flint, which is kind of a bummer. So I've got him digging up here. Food might become crucial very quickly here. Wheat, they're kind of filling in the wheat field from the wheat that's growing, so we're kind of can't do much with that. We've harvested all the fruit. You'll notice there's no fruit on most of the trees. This is going to be a new fruit orchard, and I should have gone with it faster. I thought the fruit trees would hold out longer. Having 15 instead of 11 people, does that sound like a good excuse? So anyway, happiness kind of taking a back seat to them surviving right now. Oh, they're just taking the round trip. Yeah, see, they're building this. I should have gone with it first. This wheat field isn't far from being usable. I can see how by digging a dungeon early I screwed myself. I've been putting some stuff. I don't have no idea what's going to make them happy over here. That's a chest table. I want to get this food thing under control before we need stone. If you do an open mine and you dig down a couple of levels, you start getting slimes and crap like that. So it's kind of a... The wheat, they're planting more wheat, I think, from the wheat that's growing. So I really want to leave that alone. And what I've done is turn these mills off. Otherwise, they'd be churning that out. I'm trying to harvest enough fruit to keep things going. So kind of a race against time at this point, which isn't where you want to be on day 3. I had never had 15 people, and have never seen the trees just harvested out to where it actually mattered. Now they harvest some more down here, so it's not, we're on the clock, but we're not dead yet. So, oh, we've got a fryer. Yeah, see, I screwed up by not having those kitchen tables. Well, we could start butchering. So what do we got? We got badgers and cows. There's no point in telling them to butcher stuff we don't have. Alright, he's butchering a badger, and so is she. Okay, I'm just having the worst luck in the world with flint. I did get some, and I've built a little flint mine over here. This is gravel, and there should be flint in it. There always has been. Did they get any? No. Well, I don't know here. We are turning out food, but the problem is that fire will burn out. And the only permanent stove is a stove made out of iron, and we're not even close to finding iron. So I told them to build beds for the rooms and one personal item for each room. Doesn't it sound like a barracks or some hideously organized society? You can't build a stairs. Usually you dig down to a mine, and you can't do that in sand. So I don't want them to get stuck here. So I've never had luck placing stairs in mine. I guess it's time to find out if it'll work or not. And here they come. Whoa, that worked. I'm shocked. Alright, now we can dig out this level. I don't know what happens if this world if you dig under sand. I certainly know what happens in Minecraft. The sand I'm not worried about because eventually we'll want windows for our people. Now we don't want to dig that because we're at water level here. Or I assume we don't. I've had open water in dungeons, but my experience in digging on the surface is if you see in Minecraft, you could cut that and the water wouldn't come in this world. It does. So I'm leery of cutting anything next to water anywhere. I thought they were taking wheat from wheat and planting more. They don't seem to be doing that. Let's tell them to gather and see what happens. Okay, as soon as I do these personal items, normally I would have wood armor and wooden and stone spears by now, but we don't have any of that because I've been focused on food and trying to get their personal items built up. So hopefully we'll have a better world because of that. I have had bones off of... Alright, now he put some more down, and she did. Oh, I guess it does turn into wheat when the seedlings. Okay, good. So that worked. I was just never sure. Well, damn you, why didn't you plant the rest of it, you little assholes? See, now they made me cuss. I claim no responsibility. Oh, when I canceled that order, I canceled the plant order. And now that we're in the food business, we can probably let them rest, let the orders run out. Dining room, that's a chair, and hell, I don't know, I think that's a harp. That's a fireplace. Yeah, see, they're getting the personal items and the beds thrown in here. All I did on that was I tried to avoid anything that was, number one, had bone in it, but also these look easy because it's just wood, but I don't want them digging around for bushes too. I put some of those. The harp's easy. This thing takes 4 wood. When you see them piling up, we need to make an arena too. Been kind of hesitant about that because the arena is supposed to have a balcony. And I know what a balcony is, but I don't understand why a balcony is on my zone list. I haven't built the tavern and the arena, so let me look up on Wiki and see if I can find out what the hell a balcony is, because an arena is supposed to have one, I guess, so they can watch those lovely badger fights. There they are in their little dining room having their dinner. She's even on a chair. Well, isn't that just precious? I also expanded the tree farm. I was thinking the last game it was adequate. I never built walls and all that stuff. My kitty Piewacker was indicating he needed to take his afternoon nap on me, so I was off for a while. But the point of that is that I was on forums for a while, and a lot of discussion about whether there's any way to learn this thing and how easy it is to learn. And this is my 3rd game, and excuse me, but a guide or a manual wouldn't be a bad thing. I think it's a good game. I think it's very playable. And also, I don't know, maybe I should have read more about it, but it's a sandbox. When you're done, there's nothing else to do. You just start over. That's it. It's just purity sandbox. Either you enjoy building the stuff and you have fun with it as a builder and you get some kind of joy out of the dungeons, or there is no other point to the game. So I kind of thought all the dungeons were cool, but I'm not sure how much I'll enjoy them this time through. What I'm trying to do is see if I can get a balanced game. We're going with the challenge of the game to get a decent play out of it this time. Okay, the arena and the balcony, and see, I'm sorry, but that's not obvious, and it's not obvious that an arena is essential. The arena is where the badgers fight. The balcony is simply the area around the arena. It is nothing else unless you make it so. I think the picture on Wiki has some tables and chairs for people to enjoy, and I imagine that increases happiness. But the balcony is nothing more than the area around the arena. It's like, okay, now that was obvious, right? Okay, I'm thinking the arena right here in the big middle of everything. And maybe some badger farms so they don't have to walk very far for the badgers. Yeah, this is what a balcony is. Although, let me make sure I can build the one on Wiki. Let me double check on that before I commit to any more babblings. Okay, the one on Wiki just appears to be open. Or there's a fence around this and a gate, two gates so you can bring the badgers in, and then there's a zone around that. The other one is just open and it has kind of a semi-stone wall with big gaps in it, and I guess they're counting on the badgers going for it before they just wander off. It's been my experience with getting two. There's a bait stick and a bunch of stuff. One of mine wandered off before the second one arrived, but we'll so anyway, we need a fence if I can find one. We could build that, but boy, it'd take a lot of stone. Let's just build a farm fence. Okay, now the zone. The balcony, my understanding is it just goes around this sucker. But that's all the balcony is, so that's it. And then I guess you could put some tables and chairs so people can enjoy it, and anything else you manage to be able to place there. There's some outdoor crap. You could, I guess some of these, you have to kill beasties, or the heroes could kill them as long as they drop a head. Actually, some of those I think would be appropriate for arena decor. If you don't know about it, no, it's not. It's this one. This guy, if I recall right, you can look it up on Wiki. Look up the gold statue of Nux. He was the first one that documented. That's based on a username. Documented, I believe, 200 townies, if I remember right. So just a bit of inside jokes. There's a lot of inside jokes in this thing. But anyway, we could gussy it up with some stuff. Actually, tombs might be appropriate. I don't think gargoyles would be a bad thing for the market. Or not the market, but the arena. Okay, so what do we got here? I think the atelier has to move. So